Yo guys, what's up? It's Turner here and we're back with a brand new video, and today we're going to be talking about franchising. So this is something that is newer to Call of Duty, but it's not so new to esports. I don't know too much about it. I just have my own opinions on it from what I've heard. So the first thing I want to talk about is the amateur scene because I think that's kind of the key in all of that. Um, so a lot of people are kind of saying that the amateur scene would be depleted or just kind of not there, non-existent in a sense. Um, and that they think that these local tournament hosters won't run events because the thing is franchised or whatever, which I can kind of see where that's coming from, but I don't think it's how it's going to work because you got to understand that these guys running these events, they don't run them and make a bunch of profit. Like, I don't know about NJ Rod, but I have heard from the AFD owner like he doesn't make money off this. So it's not like he's just gonna stop doing it because the money's not there anymore. Um, I think that a lot of other tournament hosters are gonna kind of, start to realize that. Um, but one thing I did see that was really interesting to me, was the owner of Three Kings Gaming. Um, and I think his name is Saul, if I do remember. He actually had a very good idea. So he said, instead of running all these tournaments all the time, like there's an AFD this weekend, there's an MES next weekend, NG Rod after that, run an event together and see how many people you can get there. Because you guys are going to have a lot more success if you guys are putting those events together. It's almost like making an amateur pro league in a sense. Um, with that being said, there is something I want to talk about too that happened in the community this week, and that was the Codex League scandal. So basically, it was a league that said they wanted to be the next CWL, blah 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 blah. And they actually ended up. The owner, I don't know the full story. I've only talked to a few people and then what I've heard on Twitter. But basically, the owner kind of ran off with the money. Um, and that kind of leaves the rest of because there was a lot more than just one or two people involved in this. Um, Obviously, one guy kind of messed it up for everyone who was the owner, but I mean, what are you gonna do? You can't really do much about that, especially if you're from the other people's perspective. They obviously didn't know what was gonna happen, and I don't think they want to shut down. I mean, the graphics for that were amazing, and the league overall, the first online qualifier, um, in my experience, I thought it was good. The only problem, um, I think I talked about this in a recent video. I'm not 100% sure, but the only problem was with my team. We lost our first round game, or our winners round one, um, and that ended up kind of setting all the teammates off. Not me personally. I think that I stayed composed in terms of like in game. But after we got out of the game, it was just a bunch of arguments. No one really wanted to play. I wanted to play, obviously. You guys know how I am. I'm competitive, so I don't care if I'm playing out of losers, winners. I don't care. I want to play. And so I kind of expressed that. A couple of the teammates said that they weren't playing out the qualifier, and so I kind of took it to Twitter, tweeted a few things. I deleted a lot of things. But the reason why I'm bringing this up is because it's honestly kind of embarrassing, um, for the people that are doing stuff like this. Because these tournament hosters, they obviously you're still paying admission, so you're helping them out, but they want to see a successful tournament ran, and you knew that the qualifier was going to be on that day. So why would you not? You did show up, but then when you got there, you just decided after the first winners round you were done. And we probably could have played through the loser bracket, could have made a crazy run and qualified for the league. But the passion just wasn't there on that team, and that's something that sucks. Because individual talent, everyone on that team was really good. Um, and I think that it just kind of put things in perspective for me, especially that I need passionate teammates, and I can't kind of sell myself short for other people. So from now on, I think I'm just gonna go play everything I can, and really try and get the attention of some higher ups, and try and getting into some of these leagues, these qualifiers. Um, I think that we have a great supporting cast within all these local events that are running. AFD, MES, NJ Rod. There's multiple other I can name. SoCal. Um, I think one in Texas. I'm not sure. Helix Esports. That those are good events. Midwest. It's there's a lot of them, and I don't think that the scene's gonna die because one, that the league's getting franchised, and two, just because they think a lot of people are gonna lose passion. This doesn't change anything. We're kind of separated already from the pros, and I think that's something that not a lot of people understand. Like we aren't, you go into open bracket at an open event, and before you had a chance of playing against them. Well, what is the point in playing against them if you're just gonna go in there and get smoked? Obviously, I'm competitive, so I want to play, the best team available. Um, but that's kind of the mindset that some of these players are having, and I feel like that's holding them back a lot. I feel like that's holding the scene back in general. No one should be scared to play anybody. But with that being said, there obviously is a skill gap, and CWL is realizing that, and they want to make sure that the, you know, these matches that they're hosting and stuff are as competitive as possible, and I completely understand that. Also, with franchising, it brings in a more level of professionalism, and I think that's something that the scene needs. Uh, you know, if it were all ran by 14 and 15-year-olds, we wouldn't have a scene. So I think they're just trying to do it in the best interest of the scene as a whole and bring in more professional side to kind of tend to these matters. And as far as money goes, franchising obviously going to bring the prize pools up a lot more. So I don't really see a problem with it. I think that it'll be good for the scene. But let me know you guys' opinions down in the comments below. Sorry this video is recorded on my PlayStation screen. My computer's actually not good enough to put an image back there without it being super blurry. So that's my fault. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to check out my video tomorrow. Make sure to leave a like and comment your opinion on franchising. It's a really controversial subject. So interested to see what you guys think. See you in tomorrow's video. Peace.